The Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association and the Florida Department of Agriculture present Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson. Also presented by Double Diamond Farm, Gulfstream Park, Ocala Breeders Sales Company, Tampa Bay Downs, Valerie Daly of Showcase Properties, and Woodford Thoroughbreds.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Thoroughbred Week, featuring Grade 1 stakes action from opening weekend at Keeneland, including a determined victory by two-time Horse of the Year Wise Dan in the track's first $1 million race. We begin with the Grade 1 Santa Anita Sprint Championship, featuring 2013 Breeders' Cup winners Golden Sense and Secret Circle. Golden Sense, the 4-5 favorite. Trevor Denman picks up the call.
Golden Sense now moves up to make it 4 in a line with 3/8 to go. Secret Circle down at the rail. Between horses Indexical and Kenny Hill in the black cap. On the far side, Golden Sense going to have to go furthest of all, but 4 of them in a line. And Rich Tapestry now waiting for room. Any one of the 5 could win at top of the lane, and Golden Sense strikes the front. Rich Tapestry is now pulled to the outside. Golden Sense got first run and kicked away, but Rich Tapestry's finishing gamely along the inside. It's Golden Sense and Rich Tapestry running for the wire together. Rich Tapestry's catching him. Golden Sense, Rich Tapestry, a nose bob.
Hong Kong-based Rich Tapestry rallies from last to take the photo by a nose over Golden Sense. Olivier Deleuze, the winning jockey in 107 2, a 104 brisk speed rating. A Group Stakes winner in Dubai earlier this year, and a close second in the Group 1 Dubai Golden Shaheen. The Irish-bred 6-year-old gelding by Holy Roman Emperor was making his U.S. debut at his first start off a 5-month layoff. The winner is trained by C.W. Chang, but will remain at Santa Anita with Leonard Powell. Rich Tapestry has banked $1,450,000. Darby Dan Farm stag in Shackelford, a 3-time Grade 1 winning millionaire, captured the Preakness Stakes at 3 and the Met Mile and Clark Handicap at 4. Watch for Shackelford's first weanlings selling this fall. To Indiana Grand for 3-year-old fillies in the Grade 2 Indiana Oaks. Unbridled Forever, the 2-1 favorite. Bill Downs has the call.
On to the far turn, Penwith with the lead. Over, Unbridled Forever is making a move on the turn in second. Tis Windy drafting behind horses outside in third, 2 lengths off the lead, and then about 4 lengths to Awesome Jill, who's mid-pack in fourth. Miss Bessie Lou's in fifth, and 6 lengths off the pace as they arrive at the top of the stretch. Penwith to the inside of Unbridled Forever. Tis Windy has a fighting chance on the outside third, about 1.5 lengths off the lead, and then in fourth, Awesome Jill, but 7 off the pace. A final furlong to go. Unbridled Forever, and here's Tis Windy with a sudden and swift move, overhauling Unbridled Forever for the top spot, and it's Tis Windy in a league of her own in the Indiana Oaks.
Tis Windy by Windstar Farm stallion Tis Now, the winner by 2 3/4 lengths over Unbridled Forever. Brian Hernandez Jr. up in 142 3. The first stakes victory for Tis Windy, who was last seen defeating Allowance Company by 4 3/4 at Churchill Downs. The winner was bred in Kentucky by her owner, Jim Taffel, LLC. Trained by Carl Nafsker, Tis Windy has earned nearly $228,000. 3-year-old stakes action is presented by BC2A Paste. Reduce the likelihood of tying up with BC2A Paste. Next, the Grade 2 Indiana Derby. At Trades, the even money favorite. Once again, here's Bill Downs.
The opening half at 48 4/5 on the far turn. Vickers in trouble with the lead. Over East Hall and CJ's Awesome. And now Just Call Kenny goes 4 wide. A couple more lengths to Sami. Trady still behind horses and 5 lengths off the lead as they arrive at the top of the stretch. It's Vickers in trouble who cuts the corner. Still has a lead by a couple of lengths. East Hall's under a drive. Just Call Kenny's on the outside third. CJ's Awesome fourth. Well inside the final furlong. Vickers in trouble. Rosie Napravnik imploring this horse for a final 16th. The Ohio Derby champion East Hall striking the front. It's East Hall, an upset in the Indiana Derby.
16-1 East Hall runs by Vickers in trouble. The score by a length. Luis Saez aboard the Florida bred in 142 1. Winner of the Ohio Derby 2 starts back. The Bill Kaplan trainee was coming off a 6th-place finish in the Grade 2 Super Derby. A $23,000 OBS August yearling and a $55,000 OBS April 2-year-old. East Hall has earned $662,000 for Jack Hendricks and Roger Justice. The gelding by Graham Hall was bred in Florida by Mary Kay Hare. Florida breds, race 'em or chase 'em. Watch Thoroughbred Week replays online at tbredweek.com.
A new challenge has begun. And for the world's top thoroughbreds, there's a new reason to keep running. Win. And they're in. All summer long, the best horses will race to earn a spot in the richest event in horse racing. Don't miss the drama that unfolds in the Breeders' Cup Challenge Series. All summer long on NBC and NBCSN.
Hanson is running an absolutely huge one on the inside. Hanson just keeps on going. Union Rand is shifting to the outside. Clearly, of course, and third. Hanson keeps going. Union Rand, Hanson, and Union Rand. Hanson, the more they asked, the more he gave it. Hanson, what a thriller.
Combining the legacy of Kentucky with the fertile breeding ground of Florida, Woodford Thoroughbreds proudly introduces in 2014 Warfront's best son to stand at stud, multiple graded stakes winner, Sold Out, and juvenile grade 1 winner of the Hopeful Stakes, Currency Swap. Woodford Thoroughbreds, where a new generation of horse racing excellence has begun.
Sunny Florida produces champions from start to finish. Florida produced Breeders' Cup Classic winner Mucho Macho Man. Florida is one of the premier breeding regions and training centers in the world. We are a leading prep center for Derby winners and contenders. We boast of premier veterinary research centers and 3 major racetracks. Florida has the largest 2-year-old in training sale in the world, selling horses 6 times annually. Florida is proudly represented by the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association. Sunny Florida produces champions from start to finish.
Discover beautiful Ocala, Marion County, horse capital of the world. I'm Valerie Daly. Let me show you all our area has to offer. Here are a few recent listings. Twin Oaks, Paradise Palms, Champions Circle, and Marnick. Ocala, Marion County. Come for a visit and you'll see why it's a great place to live.
Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with 2-year-olds featured in this segment. Juvenile fillies on opening day at Keeneland in the Grade 1 Darley Alcibiades Stakes. Gap Year, the 2-to-1 favorite. Kurt Becker has the call.
The first half mile in 45 and 3/5 seconds. Here's Fashion Alert now to draw alongside of Take Charge Brandy into the far turn. That's the battle for the lead. Naval Command is third, less than 1 length off the leaders, joined by Calamity Kate, who's fourth up on the far outside. Gap Year is fifth and 5 lengths off the lead toward the center of the track. They're at the quarter pole. Fashion Alert, Take Charge Brandy side by side. Naval Command in third. Calamity Kate is fourth. Top Decile is coming with a run between horses. Top Decile swings toward the outside. Gap Year on the grandstand side. Page running late down the center of the racetrack. Mile High Butterfly coming late. Top Decile, Peace and War in behind her. It's wide open. Page on the far outside. Peace and War and Page chasing Top Decile. Top Decile with the lead. Here comes Peace and War. A final try. Peace and War rallies for Julianne Leperoux to win the Darley Alcibiades.
23-to-1 long shot, Peace and War by Claiborne Farm Stag and Warfront takes it by half a length over Top Decile for a 1-2 finish by Keeneland Sells graduates. Julianne Leperoux aboard the Florida bred in 1:44.4. A first out maiden winner over the all-weather track at Lingfield, England, and second sprinting over turf against males at Haydock Park in her latest. Peace and War making her U.S. debut and her first start on dirt. Ollie Stevens trains the winner. Peace and War has earned $250,000 for Qatar Racing. The Darley Alcibiades winner was bred in Florida by Sally J. Anderson. Florida breds, race him or chase him. The filly was consigned by Kaizen Sales, Richard Kent agent, to the 2013 Keeneland September yearling sale, where she was purchased by David Rudler's bloodstock for $300,000. Grade 1 stakes winner Peace and War, the Keeneland Sales graduate of the week. To Belmont Park for 2-year-old fillies in the Grade 1 Frisette Stakes. All for a runaway victory in the Grade 1 Spinaway Stakes. Condo Commando sent off as the 9-10 favorite. John Embrial has the call.
Cavorting shows the way here. It's cavorting in front by a length over By the Moon. Condo Commando rating today on the outside in third, about 3 lengths from the front. Feathers in between horses. Wonder Gal is down at the rail. Then Cayman Croc and Ring Knocker. As they race around the far turn, cavorting, holding on to the lead, ran a half in 46 seconds. On the outside is By the Moon, who's now right alongside of cavorting. And now By the Moon has taken the lead from cavorting. Condo Commando is being asked for more, but 3 lengths behind By the Moon, who will lead the field to the top of the stretch in the Frisette. By the Moon in front, Condo Commando on the outside, and cavorting down at the rail. 3/4 in 1, 11 and 2, and By the Moon has the lead over Condo Commando, and now there's a furlong to the finish. It's By the Moon still in front. Condo Commando's drifting out. Feathers coming on through, along with Wonder Gal, a 16th to the finish. By the Moon trying to pull off the upset here. By the Moon turns the tables on Condo Commando and wins the Frisette.
24-1 long shot By the Moon. The winner by 2.5 lengths over Wonder Gal. Jose Ortiz aboard in 139 and 2. By the Moon broke her maiden on debut at Saratoga, but was a distant second, beaten 13 lengths by race favorite Condo Commando in the Grade 1 Spinaway. The filly by Indian Charlie was bred in Kentucky by Samantha Siegel. Trained by Michelle Nevin, By the Moon has earned nearly $420,000 for JMS Stable. Back to Keeneland for the Grade 1 Claiborne Breeders' Futurity. Carpe Diem, the 2-1 favorite. Once again, here's Kurt Becker.
23 and 2/5 seconds for the opening quarter, and Conquest Tsunami leading Carpe Diem by 3/4 of a length midpoint of the back stretch. Tough Customer in the clear third, but 2 lengths off the lead. Then WV Jet Setter to the outside. Mr. Z back toward the inside 5th, followed by Charm in 6th position now. Fire Spike is 7th. Bold Conquest between horses 8th is 8 lengths off the lead. Hashtag Bourbon still mired in traffic near the back of the pack. 48 seconds for the first half mile, and up front Carpe Diem is challenging Conquest Tsunami, and Carpe Diem has a head in front. Conquest Tsunami second at the quarter pole, gap of 5 more lengths. Mr. Z being ridden along to third, down toward the inside, but 6 lengths off the lead into the short stretch. Final furlong of the Claiborne Breeders' Futurity, and Carpe Diem has the advantage. Opens up with every stride here, a widening 5-length margin. Conquest Tsunami second, Mr. Z is third, and Carpe Diem has seized the day at Keeneland. He just continues to draw clear. What an impressive 2-year-old Keeneland sales grad, Carpe Diem, to take it convincingly.
Carpe Diem draws off to defeat Mr. Z by 6 1/4 lengths for a 1-2 finish by Keeneland sales graduates. John Velasquez up in 143 and 1. The $1.6 million Coase sales topper at the OBS March 2-year-old sale. Carpe Diem was a sharp maiden winner on debut at Saratoga. The colt by Giants Causeway was bred in Kentucky by Coffee Pot Stable and originally sold for $550,000 at the Keeneland September yearling sale. Trained by Todd Pletcher, Carpe Diem has earned nearly $350,000 for Windstar Farm and Stone Street Stables. Keeneland Stakes action is presented by Warrendale Sales. All premieres involve the leading sires, Kitten's Joy, Medaglia d'Oro, Street Cry, City Zep, Pioneer of the Nile, and Into Mischief at the Keeneland November sale. Back to Belmont Park for the Grade 1 Champagne Stakes. Daredevil, the 8-5 favorite. Once again, here's John Embrial.
The opening quarter, 22 and 4/5 seconds. Holy Boss holding on to the lead here. Daredevil and I Spent It right together, second and third. The gray El Kabir is 4th. Upstart is on the move. The New York bred is 4 lengths from front-running Holy Boss, who ran the half in 46 and 1/5 seconds. They're midway around the far turn. Holy Boss challenged here by Daredevil, and the two of them are right together. Upstart now moves to third. El Kabir's under the whip down on the inside in 4th. I Spent It has dropped out of it, and the Truth or Else, and they're coming for the top of the stretch, and here's Daredevil to take the lead from Holy Boss. Upstart's on the outside, 3/4 in 1, 11 and 1. It's Daredevil Daredevil in front by 3. Upstart giving chase in second as they pass the 8th pole. It's Daredevil with a 4-length lead. And Daredevil with a sparkling performance here in the Champagne. He's 2 for 2 in his young career. Daredevil wins it by 3.
Daredevil by WinStar Farm Stallion More Than Ruddy, the winner officially by 2.5 lengths over Upstart. Javier Castellano aboard the Keeneland Sells graduate in 136-3. The second start for Daredevil, who broke his maiden by 6 1/4 lengths on debut at Saratoga. The colt was bred in Kentucky by Marianne and Brandon Chase and was a $260,000 Keeneland September yearling. Another Grade 1 winning juvenile for Todd Pletcher, Daredevil has earned $345,000 for Let's Go Stable. The Spendthrift Farm Stallion of the Week is Malibu Moon, AP Indy's leading sire 6 years running. Call Des, Mark, or Brian at Spendthrift to schedule your private inspection of Malibu Moon and the rest of the 2015 Spendthrift Stallion roster.
Malibu Moon is a horse you can believe in because of his pedigree and his looks, and because of the ability that he's shown winning this maiden race. You could see he was a good horse. The reason I love Malibu Moon is that he has produced winners and stakes winners at every level. In our opinion, the best stallion in Kentucky was AP Indy, and he is AP Indy's best son at stud. He is a horse that you can believe in because he's done it at every level.
Here comes Blame. Blame has won it ahead.
A photo finish that Blame got.
6 graded stakes wins, 3 Grade 1 victories, 9 consecutive 100-plus buyers. At the sales, Blame has been the leader among first crop sires for the past 3 years. And now his first runners are stars at tracks across the country.
It's all Cabal.
Eclipse champion Blame at Claiborne Farm.
It all started with a dream. A dream to be the best. To breed the best. To race the best.
Super Saver Russell Meyer. What a finish to the classic.
And to stand the best. WinStar Farm, dedicated to the dream.
A Florida bred. He is not just a racehorse. He is our heart. He is our toil and sweat. He soaks up the bright sunshine, becoming mighty and strong. He feasts on our abundant grass and drinks our mineral-rich water. He is a way of life, our champion. His excellence brings us chills as he competes, inspiring us to greatness. He is our purpose, our soul. He is a Florida bred.
Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with the Grade 1 Juddmonte Spinster Stakes just ahead in this segment. We begin with turf fillies and mares at Keeneland in the Grade 1 First Lady Stakes. Folimbi, the 5-2 favorite. Kurt Becker has the call.
47 and 2/5 seconds for the first half mile. Is Stanford still the leader? Is Stanford leads it by a length to the far turn to Day at the Spa, who stalks the leader from the second position by a length and a half. And then Somali Lemonade is third up on the outside. Sassy Kitten still there, but still fourth against the rail, 4 lengths off the lead. Discreet Mark and Folimbi side by side. Folimbi looking toward the inside. Discreet Mark and Better Lucky have to go wide, 6 lengths from the front. And here's Day at the Spa for the lead. Somali Lemonade has to pick it up now because Day at the Spa has gotten by his Stanford and leads it past the 8th pole with Folimbi coming late down toward the rail. Discreet Mark, Better Lucky to the outside, but Day at the Spa has the lead. Folimbi still trying. Better Lucky far outside. Late run from center court. Day at the Spa takes it for John Velasquez.
Day at the Spa holds off Better Lucky by a length and a quarter. John Velasquez aboard the New York bred in 135-1. The third victory in 4 starts over the course for the Chad Brown trainee, who ran second by a head to Better Lucky in this race last year. The 5-year-old mare by City Zip was bred in New York by Casolari DeCrocchio Stable and Partners and was a $50,000 yearling. Day at the Spa has banked nearly $1,189,000 for Jerry and Ronald Frankel, Steve Lehman, and Bradley Thoroughbreds. American Produce Records is now available online. Visit RisNet.com/APR for unlimited access to the pedigrees of more than 3 million thoroughbreds for just $275 a year, now including sire stats. Next from Keeneland, the Grade 1 Juddmonte Spinster Stakes. Juddmonte Farms close hatches, going for her 5th consecutive graded stakes victory, the 1-5 favorite. Once again, here's Kurt Becker.
Up the back stretch in the Juddmonte Spinster, and close hatches the leader. Against the rail, leading it by 3/4 of a length. Rhea Antonia second by 2 lengths. Charouk travels along in third. Then a gap of 3 more lengths back to Molly Morgan, fourth outward from the rail, fourth by a half length to Got Lucky, and 5 more lengths back of that pair to Don't Tell Sophia, the first half mile in 47 and 2/5 seconds. And here comes Rhea Antonia again, drawing alongside of close hatches. They're the top 2 into the far turn. They begin matching strides. 2 lengths in front of Charouk in third, 3 more back to Molly Morgan, 3 back of that one to Got Lucky, and Don't Tell Sophia last. Rhea Antonia puts ahead in front, but close hatches is still right there toward the inside. These two off the far turn together, and then 3 more lengths back to Charouk. Rhea Antonia from the outside has the lead. Close hatches is still there, but needs to find more, and here comes Don't Tell Sophia with a big rally on the outside. Don't Tell Sophia had lost contact with the field on the backstretch, and she has taken the lead in the final furlong of the Juddmonte Spinster. Close hatches backs up to 4th. Don't Tell Sophia and Joe Rocco Jr. to take it.
Don't Tell Sophia rallies from last to defeat Rhea Antonia by 2.5 lengths. Joe Rocco Jr. aboard the Keeneland Sales Graduate in 1:49 and 4. The 3rd stakes victory this year for Don't Tell Sophia, who was last seen taking the Locust Grove at Churchill Downs. The 6-year-old mare by Congaree was bred in Kentucky by Stonerside Stable. It was a bargain $1,000 Keeneland September yearling. Don't Tell Sophia has earned $979,000 for trainer Philip Sims and Jerry Namey. Coming up, the latest Grade 1 victory at Keeneland by the reigning Horse of the Year.
Share what you love about Florida.
Living up at the Downs. Do you like having a great time with your friends and family? Then you will have a great time. Come out to Tampa Bay Downs and you will see Thoroughbred racing, Texas Hold'em tournaments. You gotta know when to fold 'em. Help your golf game at our practice range. You can bet there's so much more. Tampa Bay Downs, live it up at the Downs.
3 of them come to the wire. Silentio puts his head in front. Summer Front goes with him. Silentio, Summer Front, and Silentio.
The winner of the 36th running of the Citation Handicap, Silentio.
But it's still Silent Treat. Silent Treat holding on courageously to win the Zadricarta.
Silent Name, the #1 son of Sunday Silence outside Japan, standing at Adena Springs.
To master the game, you need more than luck, more than opportunity. To master the game, you need a strategy. And a winning bloodstock strategy always starts at the world's leading breeding stock sale. The Keeneland November Breeding Stock Sale. Selling November 4th through the 14th. Why buy anywhere else?
Time now for the feature race of the week presented by Keeneland, investing in racing's future since 1936. To Keeneland for the first $1 million race in the track's history, the Grade 1 Shadwell Turf Mile. Two-time Horse of the Year Wise Dan, the 9-10 favorite. Here's the call by Kurt Becker.
And they're off in the $1 million Shadwell Turf Mile. Wise Dan breaks last, and Silver Max goes right out for the early lead. Silver Max quickly to the front in the opening strides as per usual. Opens up by 2.5 lengths at the entry to the first turn. And Syed will go second as they move around the turn with Grand Arch in third. Optimizer fourth toward the inside. Long Shot 2 Notch Road in fifth on the outside. Wise Dan has picked up 2 positions in the opening quarter mile. Moves up from last now into the 6th spot down toward the rail just over 5 lengths from the front. Kygan behind him and Seek Again the trailer. The opening quarter in 24 2/5 seconds. Silver Max the leader by a length and a half up the back stretch. Syed now just off the leader's flank in second 3/4 of a length. Grand Arch third up on the outside. Optimizer tucked away fourth against the rail. 2 Notch Road in the clear in fifth. Wise Dan is sixth in between horses, still 4.5 lengths from the leader. Gap of 2 to Kygan next to last, and Seek Again content to trail through an opening half mile in 48 1/5 seconds. And Silver Max the leader into the final turn, leads it by a length and a half. Syed is second 3/4 of a length with Grand Arch to the outside third. Optimizer fourth. 2 Notch Road is fifth, and now Wise Dan looks for running room, but he's still sixth between horses. 6 lengths off the lead, a quarter mile to come, and they've all got to catch Silver Max, who's chased by Syed. Then Grand Arch. Wise Dan comes down the outside. The leader coming to the 8th pole. Here's Syed alongside of Silver Max. Grand Arch. Seek Again diving to the rail. Kygan coming late. Wise Dan far outside. Wise Dan coming after Syed and Grand Arch. Wise Dan gets his head in front. The first $1 million race in Keeneland history, the Shadwell Turf Mile, to Wise Dan with a breathtaking stretch rally.
Odds-on favorite Wise Dan rallies 6 wide to defeat Grand Arch mile length. The third Grade 1 victory on the card for John Velasquez. Time of the race 1:35 3. Winner of the Shadwell Mile in 2012, Wise Dan finished second to Silver Max last year when the race came off the turf. That was his only setback in his last 15 starts. At the age of 7, and after undergoing colic surgery during the spring, the 2-time Horse of the Year continues to amaze. Although guaranteed a spot in the field to go for his 3rd consecutive Breeders' Cup Mile victory, Wise Dan is under consideration for the Breeders' Cup Classic by his connections. The gelding by Wiseman's Ferry was bred in Kentucky by his owner Morton Fink. Wise Dan has won 23 of 31 starts and has a bankroll of nearly $7,553,000. John Velasquez with the Safe Ride of the Week, presented by Sally Horse Fans, the safest way to the winner's circle. Wise Dan paid $380 to win and is the Malone's Favorite of the Week, presented by Malone's, Lexington's favorite steakhouse. We'll have the Grade 1 Queen Elizabeth II Challenge Cup for 3-year-old fillies from Keeneland next week here on Thoroughbred Week.
Thoroughbred Week is presented by the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association and the Florida Department of Agriculture. Online at tbredweek.com.